I do just want to take this time to say rest in peace to Jay Briscoe. One of the Briscoe brothers did die in a car accident this past week. So on behalf of the Common Sense Ain't Common podcast and myself, Dame Don, I do just want to say rest in peace to the Briscoe brother. I love you, Triple H.
Standing on the shit so you can get it understood. It's pedigreeing me because I'm that damn good. Bitch, I'm
Happy
that
birthday,
damn
Randy.
good. Bitch, I'm that damn good. Smoking on some good, something rolling.
Hello, I'm Jeff Hardy, the charismatic enigma here, and you are watching the Common Sense Ain't Common podcast.
Because I'm that damn good. Bitch, I'm that damn good.
Ladies and gentlemen, thieves and crooks alike, content stealers and creators like me, welcome to the Common Sense Ain't Common podcast, hosted by the illustrious, your role model, the blueprint, Dame Don. Ladies and gentlemen, we're just going to go ahead and jump right in. I've been supposed to do this Wrestling Weekly Report yesterday, the week before that, so let's just jump right fucking in. Sasha Banks is no longer Sasha Banks and is now Mercedes Monè, and Mercedes Monè has proved to be everything that she says she is. Battle of the Valley has sold out with just the match of Mercedes versus Kyrie announced. Of course, now they've went on and announced more matches, but at the time of the sellout, the only match announced was Kyrie versus Sasha Banks, and I really feel like this is a testament to betting on yourself. Make sure that you have the confidence in yourself to walk away and genuinely believe in yourself and believe that you can do whatever you can do. Like, as Sasha Banks always says, I am not afraid, I was born to do this. Like, I even say that sometimes. Like, so she is exactly what she says she is. There's a lot of people laughing at her because I'm not sure where she made the post or did an interview. I'm not sure what she did, but she basically said that she wants to put New Japan on the map. And there's people in the comments like, oh, it's only been around for 50 years. And, you know, she wants to put New Japan on the map and she wants to make New Japan worldwide. And as much as die-hard New Japan wrestling fans are going to disagree, New Japan is not worldwide. New Japan is not on the map like, you know, people think it is. I mean, I probably know 2 or 3 wrestlers down at New Japan, and if they weren't in WWE before they got there, the chances of me knowing them are very, very, very slim to fucking none. But I do know a couple people that are there that are like, I don't even know if they're homegrown talent, but like Will Ospreay and shit, that may be it. I know Great Muda and shit like that, but I know him from WWE. I know Kyrie, but I know her from WWE. I know CJ Parker, I forget what his name is now, but I know him from WWE. Besides like the Bullet Club guys and Will Ospreay, like even Kenny Omega. I met Kenny Omega through fucking AEW, and I don't see the hype about him at all, but that's a completely different story. But she said that she wants to put New Japan on the map, and I believe that she will do so. The Queen is back as the People's Queen. Charlotte Flair, woo, has returned, and she is the new SmackDown Women's Champion, making her a 14-time, 15 if you count the NXT, 14-time Women's Champion. Nobody has done what the Queen has done. She is truly the Queen of the Queen, the total package. Just simply the Queen. Welcome back, Charlotte. I missed you so much. For those of you that don't know, I am one of the captains of the Queen's ship. I don't know where I came up with that, but I made it up and I'm going to keep saying it. I am one of the captains of the Queen's ship, so bow down and sit up straight and make sure, I already said bow down, but make sure you bow down to the queen. Shout out to Charlotte. Welcome back. She has rid us of Ronda Rousey. Who knows where Ronda Rousey is? Who the fuck cares where Ronda Rousey is? I don't. I've never liked Ronda Rousey. Ronda Rousey went on to try to say that wrestling is fake and all this shit after her first stint. And as I've said on prior podcasts, Ronda Rousey's platform is too big to be wrestling in the WWE and then going to say, oh, well, it was fake. Oh, well, this. Oh, well, that. Oh, well, this. Your platform is too big. Whether you're trying to say, oh, I'm trying to get heat from the wrestlers or I'm trying to get heat from the wrestling fans, it worked because now nobody wants you there. Fire Ronda Rousey's trending on Twitter. It worked. You can't do that with a platform of your magnitude, especially coming from UFC. I mean, you have legit credibility, and then you come into the women's division and you're like, oh yeah, it was all fake. So basically, you're giving the women's division absolutely no credit at all. For whatever those tweets was or her YouTube thing was, I forgot what she was doing or where she said it, but she was just like, yeah, it was all fake, it was all scripted, da 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 da. And then she later said, oh, I was just trying to get heat. That's not how that works when you have like 10 million followers and you're known as like the baddest woman on the planet. That's not how that works. Because not only are you shitting on the entire women's division, you're making yourself look shitty, and that's why Fire Ronda Rousey is trending on Twitter. Paige has been medically cleared and is back wrestling in AEW. Now for me, I've always been a really, really big Paige fan. I was really hurt when she had retired, and I was really waiting for her big comeback match. And for me, it was extremely, extremely underwhelming. For me personally, the singles match she had with Britt Baker, you can definitely tell she had the ring rust. And I actually did say this on Twitter, and she did like the tweet that, you know, it takes time to get back comfortable in the ring with yourself and trust yourself again after you've had like this career-ending injury. It takes some time to trust yourself again. So I'm definitely not faulting Paige at all, but I definitely wish she would have did her comeback match in the WWE. I just felt like the match with Britt Baker, it didn't really have like any deep-rooted history. It just kind of came out of nowhere, and they were both yelling, "This is my house" at each other. It was just kind of really underwhelming for me. And then like it got to the point where it was like, okay, is Paige the baby face or is Paige the heel? Like it really got really confusing and convoluted at one point. But now Paige is 100% the heel. Her and Toni Storm basically going to be doing like ex-WWE talent versus AEW originals is what it's looking like to me. So that'll be interesting to see. I'm really interested to see exactly how that'll play out. Of course, we know Roxanne is our y'all's new NXT Women's Champion, and I really liked Roxanne before the whole Mandy Rose thing and them taking the title off of her. And of course, that has absolutely nothing to do with Roxanne, but unfortunately, in return, Roxanne is not my NXT Women's Champion. It doesn't even feel like she's ready to hold the title. Her promos don't feel ready. I'm just not sure what the disconnect is with Roxanne. I really do like her at all, but she's not my champion. I feel like she was given the title too early due to the circumstances. But yeah, it's not working for me. And I haven't even really watched NXT since Mandy Rose has been released. I've just been kind of watching clips on Twitter, but from what I've seen, it's not working for me. Speaking of Mandy Rose has made $1 million from her fan time account in just 4 to 5 weeks. $1 million. So congratulations to Mandy Rose. I am a diehard Mandy Rose fan since Tough Enough. I don't care what Mandy Rose does at this point, whether it's, just selling t-shirts, donuts, face care, whatever the fuck she does. I'll be there to support her along the way. But one thing I do want to say about this whole release thing and all that, because like she did say on her little farewell TV show, or not, I don't even want to call it farewell, but like her breaking interview, her exclusive interview after her release, she did say, money is not everything. So I do feel like this is 100% going to test Mandy Rose's passion for the business. This is definitely going to put Mandy Rose's test to, if she really wants to wrestle, she will 100% wrestle again if she's passionate about the business. If she's passionate about the business, she'll definitely wrestle again. It doesn't matter if she makes $3 million in the next 2 to 3 months, because if you're genuinely passionate about something, you're going to go after your passion. So I definitely feel like this is definitely going to put her passion to the test to see, is Mandy Rose really going to, continue to wrestle, or is she going to take these other avenues because, she doesn't have to put her body on the line like that anymore. Regardless of what Mandy Rose does, I will be with her every step along the way. I don't care if she starts selling fucking shirts out of her trunk in California. I will take the 4-hour drive to LA. I don't care. I'm so serious. They have announced Cody Rhodes' Royal Rumble return. Now, I hate when they do this shit, but I get it from a business standpoint. They're obviously trying to sell out the Royal Rumble. They're obviously trying to get those last few little tickets cleaned up, and they're going to use Cody Rhodes as a selling point. I definitely feel like they should have waited and had Cody Rhodes just appear in the Royal Rumble. I did also just see, I don't know if it was this morning or yesterday, but I just seen that as of Monday Night Raw, Cody Rhodes was still not even medically cleared. So I'm not sure how that's going to work or how he's going to get cleared within the next week and a half, 2 weeks, but that'll definitely be interesting. Or these reporters just don't know what the fuck they're talking about, which wouldn't be the first time. At all. We did talk about that on the Saudi Arabia podcast and WWE selling to Saudi and everything. I'll go ahead and link that in the description below, but it's not unlike the reporters can't misreport information, because they do. But I also read a comment too that said, well, they're not going to have Cody Rhodes be a surprise and then have The Rock be a surprise as well, because it would be undershadowed. And that I do agree with. But it doesn't matter whether it's pre-announced or not pre-announced. If The Rock comes back, every return is going to be overshadowed. It doesn't matter who comes back. If The Rock comes back, that is all we are going to remember, is The Rock coming back, unfortunately. I mean, the diehard Cody Rhodes fans will probably, oh yeah, Cody Rhodes came back. For me, I'm probably just going to remember the fucking Rock coming back. So it really wouldn't have mattered if they announced it or they didn't announce it, because more than likely, I'm only going to remember fucking Rock anyway. But Rock has also said that he's not in ring shape, which I don't believe. He's probably just trying to, throw everybody off. I do not believe he's not in ring shape. And this has been their plan for the last year. If you want to believe that, you can go ahead and believe that. I'm not believing that he's not in ring shape. I also don't believe that Rock does not need to win a Royal Rumble to challenge Roman Reigns. The Rock can easily come out after Roman Reigns beats Kevin Owens at the Royal Rumble. He could easily come out and challenge Roman Reigns. He does not need to win a Royal Rumble to challenge Roman Reigns at all. I mean, the history's there, the I'm the Bloodline is there, they're cousins, for God's sakes. The story is there. He does not need to take the Rumble spot to challenge Roman Reigns whatsoever. Excuse me. Now, the only way it wouldn't work and he couldn't just call out Roman Reigns after the match is they may do like the Bloodline breakup at the Royal Rumble, and I feel like maybe Sammy's gonna turn on Roman Reigns in that match. So, I mean, they could have Sammy turn and then join with Kevin Owens, and then they leave, and then as Roman's leaving, The Rock comes out. I mean, it would just be a crazy ass situation, but it would be chaotic, but it could work too. You could have Sammy turn on him, but even if you have Sammy turn on him, it would have to be like after the match, because they're not going to take the title off of Roman Reigns. And that's another thing. The title needs to come off of Roman Reigns, at least one of them. And I also feel like too, it's if he doesn't break the streak of like Bruno Sammartino of holding the title of 1,000 something days or whatever it was, if he doesn't break the streak, what the fuck is the point of having him be champion for this whole fucking time? I mean, at this point, I feel like you might as well just have him break the streak of like the 1,400 days or the 1,600 days or whatever the fuck it was. He might as well just break the streak. He's been champion for 3 years. There is so much talent that is coming to the end of their careers. AJ Styles, Shinsuke Nakamura, Shelton Benjamin, for God's sake. Shelton Benjamin should have been world champion years ago. There's so many superstars on the roster that are near the end of their contracts that you need to at least get one of these titles off of Roman Reigns. There's so many people that need to be world champion before it's all said and done for them. People aren't getting any younger. Roman Reigns is hardly on TV, which I can understand. I respect. I'm not doubting or questioning any of that, but we have to get one of those titles off of Roman Reigns. We have to. We have to. Speaking of Roman Reigns and the Bloodline is pretty much carrying SmackDown right now. The storyline is tremendous. Solo Sikoa is fucking Umaga. And it's a little terrifying how he is like legitimately Umaga. And I don't know if he's like studying Umaga's tapes or what, but Solo Sikoa is genuinely Umaga reincarnated. Like, I cannot wait till they give him like a United States title run or something like that. But he has really been like one of the underrated members of the Bloodline for me since he came in with Drew at the Clash of the Castle pay-per-view. He has 100% been one of the underrated members for me, and now he's using the Samoan spike and everything. I mean, he's 100% Umaga for me. Jade Cargill is still undefeated, still TBS champion, still that bitch. As of last night, Jade Cargill is 49-0. It also seems like all the people that originally hated Jade Cargill are starting to like Jade Cargill, and she's not doing anything differently. So guess who was the problem? All of you. Guess who was the problem? It wasn't Jade Cargill. Because now y'all like her and she's doing the exact same shit. Shout out to Jade Cargill. She is undefeated. She is that bitch. She is the TBS champion. And we are headed to 50-0. William Regal is back and he is the vice president of talent. I did go more into detail on that in the video that I have linked below. I'm just kind of going to skip over that. Money in the Bank is headed to London, and I genuinely want to go to this fucking pay-per-view, but we all know that the London fans and the O2 Arena and all that, their shit sells out so fast. They are so passionate. They are so loud. I mean, I'm genuinely excited for the show. I think the show is going to be absolutely tremendous, if I'm being honest. But I definitely want to go and just be a part of the energy. But due to the way of the passion of the wrestling fans in the UK and how quickly everything's going to sell out, I just feel like it'll be too much. I mean, I still have to get a passport, for God's sake. So it'll just be too fucking much. As of yesterday, Vince McMahon is already releasing staff that was hired by by Triple H and Stephanie. Not talent, but staff in office. So yeah, he's already there. He's already making changes. So welcome back, Vince, I guess. Michael Cole has genuinely found his voice. He is like calling some of the best matches of his life. I know that he wished these handcuffs were off much sooner because now he's pretty much at the tail end of his career. I mean, I'm sure maybe he has about, 10 years left maybe, but he's kind of at the tail end of his career and he's just on a completely different level as of late. Michael Cole has been absolutely killing it. Absolutely killing it. There's been reports going around that Miro refuses to lose in AEW or something like that. Miro has not been on TV for many, many months. Miro, formerly known as Rusev, there are reports coming out that he refuses to lose and things like that. And I remember also Tony Khan saying that he just kind of didn't have anything for Miro, and that's why Miro isn't on TV. And I just kind of feel like, how the fuck do you not have anything for Rusev to do? I mean, the guy is fucking huge. He was literally like one of your longest reigning TBS champions. Absolutely killed the game as the TBS champion. And I believe he had an injury or something happened, and he has not been back on TV since. And if he has, it's only been one or two or a handful of times. It hasn't been many times whatsoever. I just don't understand how you don't have anything for him to do. And I believe he's there for like 5 years. When he signed his contract, he was there for 5 years, so he probably has another 3 or 4 left. Because everybody thought, Vince was gonna die in the chair, and they went and signed all these long-term contracts. So I really wonder if some of these people are like, damn, I wish I had an out clause like Regal, because I know Bryan signed a 5-year contract, and he did say that that's his last big wrestling contract he's going to sign. I know the Revival's contracts are coming to an end right now, and they're trying to weigh their options and see if they're going back to WWE and things like that. I guess the Revival have a podcast, or they're just doing interviews. I'm not sure what the fuck is going on with the Revival, but they've been talking a lot, and I like it, because I don't really think we hear much from them, and it's just kind of interesting to just see and hear the shit that wrestlers go through. Like Paul Heyman faking a call with Vince to try to get them off of Raw, and just a bunch of different shit. Like, they said their highest paid year in WWE was $175,000. And that's fucking insane. When you think of wrestlers being in the WWE, you definitely don't think of them only making $175,000 a year. I mean, and it's decent money, don't get me wrong, but it's not what a wrestler should be making. It's definitely not what a wrestler should be making whatsoever. Like, they are 100% under fucking paid, all wrestlers. And not only did they make $175,000, but that was not including travel, expenses, and gear. So shit, after travel, did you even really make $100,000? After travel? Did you really? Adam Cole has been cleared for in-ring competition. Adam Cole, Bebe, did announce at the top of this year, either last week or the week before that he is officially medically cleared. So we should be seeing Adam Cole in action very, very, very soon. Am I the only one trying to figure out, is Seth Rollins a heel? Is he a babyface? Everybody sings his songs, but he acts like a crazy Joker heel. Like, I'm not really sure what the fuck Seth Rollins is. I don't know if Seth Rollins knows what the fuck Seth Rollins is. I guess he's a babyface, but he's a heel. But somebody who is a heel, and I've always been a fan of, is Austin Theory. I've been a fan of Austin Theory since he was taking fucking selfies. Triple H took the selfies away, and now Austin Theory is definitely a bona fide future World Heavyweight Champion, if he already wasn't before. The only thing I wish he would change his finisher and finish like landing on his back like he used to. I'm sure he probably stopped that since Randy's having all these back issues and things like that. Like hopefully he learning from Randy, and he's like, I'm going to stop doing that, and he switched it to the knee. But I really hate his finisher. But other than that, I've always truly been a fan of Austin Theory. It looks like he may be dropping that title to Bobby Lashley on the Raw 30 coming up this coming Monday. It does look like the Hurt Business may be coming back with Omis. Hulk Hogan will actually be back in attendance for the first time in 2 or 3 years. The fucking racist Hogan, so welcome back. CM Punk had a whole debacle in the AEW locker room, and I just want to say, I told you so. I told you so. CM Punk is not capable of shit. I've always disliked CM Punk, so I don't even want to dive into this, because I'm pretty sure my personal feelings will get in the way. But I would much rather see AJ Lee skip around the ring all night than watch CM Punk all night. Last few topics I have here: is Damage Control working? Bayley, Io Sky, Dakota Kai, is that working? Because for me, it's not fucking working. I hate Bayley's gear. I'm not really sure what her character is supposed to be. I kind of just want Io to be Io on her own. I almost feel like they should put Dakota Kai back with Tegan Knox and form Team Kick or something and put them in the tag team division, because I just don't get it. It's not connecting for me. It's just, it's not working for me. I don't know if it's working for anybody else, but for me personally, it's not fucking working. Hit Row just turned heel, and that's exactly what Hit Row needed. Hit Row has not been Hit Rowing since they've came back, but I do think that this heel turn will be exactly what they need. They did turn heel in this tag team turmoil tournament that they're doing for the SmackDown tag team titles. It looks like they're finally going to be splitting up these titles soon. The titles are finally being defended as separate entities instead of just one. So they have a tournament going for the SmackDown tag team tournaments, or the tag team titles. And then, of course, Judgment Day, Finn Balor and Damian Pierce, whatever his last name is, they will be facing the Usos for the Raw tag team titles. So hopefully these titles will be split very soon, because same thing with Roman Reigns. There's too many tag teams that need titles, and we just need new fucking tag team titles altogether. Not champions, but titles. Can we please get new tag team titles? I hate these fucking titles. I've been saying I hate these titles since season fucking 1, and they won't do anything about the damn titles. Get rid of the damn titles. Speaking of getting rid of, Kevin Patrick on commentary for Monday Night Raw. I've been saying it since his very first night on commentary. Kevin Patrick is way too soft-spoken to be calling action. They need to switch him with Byron Saxton. He needs to be doing backstage interviews. I'm not saying he needs to be released whatsoever, but he does not have the bass. He does not have the inflection. He's just kind of like, oh my God, Corey. Oh my God, Corey, can you believe what we're seeing? And it's like, bro, like, you need to be like, my God, Corey. Not JR, but not JR, but you need to be like, my God, Corey, I can't believe this. He's just like, oh my God, Corey. He set him on fire, Corey Graves. Can you believe this? Like, no, I can't believe it. Listen to how the fuck you're saying it. Like, I'm not saying he needs to be released, but he definitely needs to be replaced immediately. He's just way too soft-spoken. I'm not really sure. I know they're trying to go with maybe the international feel with having two Brits on commentary, with Wade Barrett on SmackDown and Kevin Patrick on Raw, but it's just not working. I hope he's just there to maybe Pat McAfee returns or something. Hopefully they're just kind of keeping him there until Pat McAfee comes back, but I don't know. I don't like it. They need to go ahead and figure something out. Our last topic for this week's episode is Bray Wyatt, Alexa Bliss, Uncle Howdy, Bianca Belair, LA Knight. Yeah! What the fuck is about to take place at the Royal Rumble? LA Knight versus Bray Wyatt in the Lights Out match. Uncle Howdy is basically trying to like cohorts Alexa Bliss into coming back to the dark side. Uncle Howdy, Sister Abigail, Bray Wyatt, and now he's doing the Firefly Funhouse. He's coming out speaking and saying he's the face of evil. So I'm not sure if it's gonna take Uncle Howdy to attack Alexa Bliss like he did Bray Wyatt. But Bray Wyatt was definitely like, oh no, I don't want to be this person anymore. I'm not this person anymore. And then he was hit with that Sister Abigail. And then that next week he was the face of evil. And then last night he was back in the Firefly Funhouse. So this is definitely a very interesting development. Alexa Bliss is 100% on her way back to Bray Wyatt, and I couldn't be more excited. I absolutely loved like the demon Alexa Bliss. I loved it. I do not want them to take the title off of Bianca Belair whatsoever, so I'm not sure how they're gonna do that. I'm not sure if they're just gonna end it with like Alexa going crazy, or how they're going to do that, because Alexa needs to be standing tall, but Alexa does not need to win the championship. So I'm not sure how they're going to do this, but I'm very interested in the storyline. I've always loved Bray and Alexa together, and Alexa's character work is absolutely top fucking tier. There's not many people fucking with Alexa Bliss's character work. I know she's really into Disney, so that may play a part in it or something of that nature, but Alexa Bliss she kills it character-wise. The Royal Rumble is one of my favorite pay-per-views, so I'm really excited to see what's going to take place, and I just really can't wait. So I'm definitely ready. I'm ready to see what else is going to be announced. I'm ready to see who's going to be surprises. I am not going to the Royal Rumble this year. I'm getting ready for WrestleMania, trying to get that taken care of at the last minute, I'm sure, because I'm just a last minute type person. But that's a different story as well. But I do thank you all so much for listening to me on the Common Sense and Common podcast, the Wrestling Weekly Report. And I will be back next week, and I will be more consistent moving forward. You know, I'm not going to keep saying that. I'm not going to keep apologizing either, but, you know, you're going to get the podcast. Thank you so much for listening, guys. Thank you.
I wanna be the greatest. Everybody on the fake shit. I look around and feel like everybody is the fakest. I make this every day and I'm impatient, hoping one day I blow up from the basement. Statement, the top is so vacant. I don't hear shit that I think is amazing. Waiting for my day when I'm playing sold out shows for 1,000 faces. Hey, give me that crown, get in my way and to be put down. It ain't your place, all this my town. If I want that shit, then I'll get it right now. I'm losing it, the noose it fits. I'm losing shit, a stupid myth. You choose to live or choose to dip. You choose to fight or lose your grip and lose a gift. Oh,